Okay, I've made some changes here. Just wanted to let everybody know. First of all, I run out of bricks, but other than that, I got the whole thing surrounded with fire bricks up here in the upper chamber. I did this to keep the heat in and hopefully not have to burn as much and not transfer as much heat into the water right away. I want to keep that heat and keep the burn going so that we can make a nice clean burn. And also, I don't think I showed in my last video, here's what I did for my manifold up here. Basically, I just put underneath there's a big square opening that goes down at the bottom. I'll show you that in a second. But I just covered it with that, run those 3 pipes up the back. As you can see there, I also I put one of my, I have 2 pipes coming in for fresh air. I run one right into that manifold, so half of my fresh air is going to actually go into the secondary burn. We'll see how that works. If I get too much air, I can always put a valve on that and on the outside here and turn that down. But I want to see how that works. Anyway, so that's what I've done up here. My grate isn't in there, but I have the grate that goes over top of here. Actually, I'll stick that in 1 second here. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna have to do some cutting on that to make it fit now that I've modified that. But anyway, the grate will go in there, and I'll show you when I start the fire to show you how it burns. Last time, at least with both of those air coming in here, I stuck a little piece of paper in there, and as soon as I lit that, it just blew that fire all the way up through the wood, and it started really fast. So hopefully it still works with just the one. Anyway, that's the upper chamber. Let me show you where it comes down. You've probably seen this from my other video when it was burning, but so right underneath there is that big square opening that comes down and into the fire bricks. I run out of fire bricks. I need to put some more in here. I want to keep the heat and keep it burning as long as I can. Then as soon as it's done burning, then I want to transfer all the heat to the water, but I don't want to transfer it before the burn is done. So anyway, that's what it is. I'll show you when I start the fire. Okay, we're ready to try lighting this. I'm not sure how well it's going to work since I've got all this wood is kind of wet. It's been out in the rain and snow all winter, and it's not really any logs or anything. It's just a bunch of scrap wood. So if it doesn't work, we'll try it again. Anyway, I got a piece of paper in there. I got the fan going, so I know when the wood was dry, this lit right up. We'll see how this works. Alright, we got the piece of paper lit. Paper just, with that fan blowing on it, really takes off well. If the wood's dry, it definitely will start. Let's see if this will start out. Got a little bit of fire going. Yeah, that wet wood though. I think it'll eventually take off. It's gonna take a little bit longer. When I had dry wood, the whole thing just lit right up almost instantly when that started going. But with this wetter stuff, it's just not taking off quite as quick. We'll see if the secondary burn works with this wood. I don't know whether it will or not, but go for a minute here. Definitely gotta get the fire going. I got the bottom door on, so we'll also be able to test and see if that secondary burn works with the door shut. Hopefully we get enough air going in there from that second line and everything works. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna go. It's definitely not taking off as fast as it did when I had drier wood, so you can definitely tell the difference here. When I had drier wood, I had just a little bit of kindling on the bottom and then logs on top, and that kindling, the paper just caught that kindling on fire right away, and just, I had
by this time I had the whole thing up in blaze and I was ready to shut the door. This is definitely going a lot slower. Don't know if it's because I've only got half the air blowing in there because I got half of it going down the exhaust, or if it's just the wet wood. Hard to tell at this point. But it's definitely started. It's you know, even with the wet wood, it's pretty easy to start a fire here. You know, a nice sheet of paper, just light it and it takes right off. So that part I'm pretty impressed with. And we'll just wait a little bit. I'll come back in a second when this is going better. Alright, so it's been a few more minutes here. You can tell the fire's still not going very good. This wet wood just doesn't burn as well, so I don't know, this may not be a very good test. But anyway, it's going a little bit. I'm going to shut the door. I'm going to see if the secondary burn lights up. Anyway, I'll start the skin in a minute.